Hey guys, and welcome back to the Chatverse. That's right, we're back. First time in 2022. Sorry, it took a little bit.
We needed a break.
Yeah, from all of that 12 days of Christmas, all of that editing all at once. Needed a little break. Enjoy some time away.
Mhm.
But we're back and we have some fun content. We wanted to make sure too to get good content lined up for you guys so that it wasn't just like mix match stuff or random
Yeah.
things.
Kind of evaluate what we wanted to do too in videos. So that kind of helped us too. Just help
Yeah,
us do a reset. But we are back now, so don't worry. We're
we're
not going
here.
away unless it might just be maybe something here or there, but we're good
Right.
now.
Tell your friends we're back. Tell them to subscribe too. Yeah. So let's get into this new video, the first video of 2022. And it's fitting because the Olympics are going on, the Winter Olympics. So we are going to talk about that. Okay, guys, welcome back. Like we said, we are going to talk about the Winter Olympics. What are our favorite sports that we tune into the most during the Olympics? What aspects of the Olympic Games do we enjoy the most? That kind of thing. Feel free in the comments to talk about what you guys like the most about it. What sports are your favorite? Let's hit the slopes
There
of
we
the
go.
2022 Winter Olympics and see what our favorites are of the lineup. So, Jen, what is something that you really enjoy about the Olympic Games?
I really enjoy all of the figure skating, and last night, I was so happy that the Olympics started last night. So right now it is February 4th when we're recording this, that yesterday they started on February 3rd, broadcasting at least on NBC. So we had last night they did the men's team routine, I believe it was, and it was
Yeah.
really cool just to see, everyone just kind of getting back into it. And then it was my favorite when you have the couples where they do like the dancing skating. Like it reminds me of Disney on Ice, or
Yeah.
whenever you see the shows where they choreograph stuff. It was so much fun where they played the different music.
Mhm.
There was a couple that was supposed to be Harley Quinn and the Joker. It was a little far out there, but I
Yeah.
really just liked the creativity of it, or when they mash up the songs together. I When I was little, I was very good at knowing the names like Sasha Cohen, Michelle Kwan.
Yeah.
I feel like there was somebody else that was super popular around our time, but I don't really know the names anymore.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I haven't been like really keyed in on the sport, but it just seems like I know, like for the United States, there's a guy, I forget his name already because I just learned about him last night. He's really good.
Mhm.
The couple skaters where they do the ice dancing was really awesome. And they also were showing on their fun fact that figure skates are different than the dance skates. Like the
Oh,
blades are
yeah.
different. There's different with the teeth, the length, the way it curves. So that was really cool. So
Yeah, the shape
yeah.
of them and
Mhm.
the I think the weight of them is different too.
Possibly, because yeah, it's very different what they want them to be able to do on the ice compared to just the
Mhm.
figure skating. So
Yeah.
yeah, figure skating is something I always enjoy. But plus, since I had no work today because of all the snow we got, I was able to watch it till like midnight when all the skating was happening.
Yeah, the 2022 blizzard that we experienced here
Mm-hmm.
in the north.
Snowmageddon. There's so
Yeah,
many names they've created for this.
the snowpocalypse.
And at
It
first it
was
wasn't coming
bad.
around.
It was
And then
so
it did, and
bad.
everyone was mad when it did come. Cause they're like, wait, we were supposed to get this. What happened? Then boom.
I know because they were like, oh, don't be surprised when you wake up on Thursday morning. If you only have 2 inches on your driveway, you'll be going, did they like really are we getting this storm? And then it just came and it was like white out and it was
Mm-hmm.
just, it was so bad. The wind was what made it horrible.
Yeah.
But that's a side note.
But it helped a lot of people who are supposed to go into work the next day stay up late for the Olympics, because I know that is one thing just to add in. The annoying part of the Olympics is when they're in other countries, we're on different time zones. So a
Mhm.
lot of these events are happening live or pre-recorded. They're playing it so late. It's like, well, when are you, like,
Right,
it's just
because
the
it's
schedules
in
are hard.
Beijing.
Yes, it's hard.
Yeah, it is. I enjoy the ice skating too. I always watch that part. Because like you said, there's every routine is different. They
Mhm.
always have different music. Like some will have more like pop music, and others have like the dramatic instrumental music, and they make it
Classical
very
music.
cinematic. And so it's like it's a mixed bag of what you get with the ice skating.
Mhm.
So, because there's different categories like you were talking about.
Mhm.
Um, one of the things that I like to watch is the snowboarding, watching Shaun White and everybody like that. I've always just loved watching them do all the tricks and stuff because I'm just like, that would be so cool to do, but I don't think I could
I
ever do
would
that.
die. I'll
Yeah, I
die
know.
if I
I'd
do that.
like fall down, break things. Like, it would not be pretty. But it's
Mhm.
always seeing how like far they push themselves with the different flips, all the different tricks and stuff, and
Mhm.
how they'll try to like do multiple at once and be up in the air for that long and then come down and landing it. It's so crazy when they actually land it because some of them have fallen
Mhm.
already, but
Well, and then sometimes they're doing it also at night when they only
yeah,
have all like the big stadium lights.
I
And
know.
in a
It's
way,
like,
I
how are
feel
you
like
not
that's,
blinded?
yeah, or I feel like they would create shadowing
Mm-hmm.
more than during the day. So I feel like, I don't know, it might throw them off. But,
Oh, and then
they're
like
Olympic athletes.
if it's like too textured, like they could get caught, or if it's too slippery, like too icy, you don't have enough traction
Yeah,
stuff.
one of I was she for Team USA? It was called the moguls, like the ones where you
Oh
go
yeah.
down where your knees look
Hmm.
like they're gonna
On the skiing,
hit
yeah.
you in the chin. Someone fell and hit their eye on the ice. And
Hmm.
so her eye is all swollen shut now.
Yeah.
So she wasn't going to be able to make her Olympic debut because she
Oh
has a big swollen eye.
yeah, because yesterday I was watching the moguls. That's another one that I
They're
like to
all
watch.
going to need knee surgery one day, I swear.
Ugh. Oh, I know, because I'm like that impact on your knees, and you're going down this like really steep hill, and it's just like blah, 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 blah. I'm like, how the
And
heck?
it makes you wonder, out of every single dang sport on the planet, they decided they wanted to do that. Like, it just makes you wonder. I don't know.
Right. Well, and then there's the other skiing one where like you have to go down and it's like in this little like obstacle course lane. I forget what it's called, but you have to stay within the like poles and
Oh,
like
and it's like it looks like they're almost purposely like, don't they have to hit some of the flags when they go
yeah,
down?
and they like have to go like at there's sharp turns and sharp angles and stuff, and I'm like, what the heck,
Mm-hmm.
you're going so fast, and you have to like, because you have to do it at, you want a good time, so you have to get down there fast, and I'm like, what
Yeah.
the heck. Yeah, it's crazy. The skiing is like almost more dangerous than the snowboarding at
Mm-hmm.
times.
Yeah, then Shaun White, I don't know how old he is now, but I believe this is gonna be his last Olympics.
I think
And it's
so. He is
something else to
older.
be like, this is a person that has been in the Winter Olympics for many years, like how we say like Michael Phelps, or like we bring up with the Summer Olympics, or Sasha Cohen, Michelle Kwan, when you talk about ice skating. That's
Mm-hmm.
a name, like, of course, that gets ingrained in us. And then knowing now that like he's getting older, that makes you wonder how your body can handle it when he is.
Right.
I don't know how old he is. I
I
make
don't
that
I
up
don't
while we're
remember
still
because I
talking.
know it's a name that like at we were younger that we've known for like quite some time. I don't think we were real young,
He's
but
35.
okay, so he's not that much older than us, but he's been in the games for like a long time because he was in the X Games and then in the Winter Olympics a lot. So he's a
Yeah.
name that you've known for a long, long time.
His hair was a trademark, man.
Oh yeah, the curly hair.
And
And
then all
now
of a
it's
sudden
like
he cut it
short
off.
and like swooped and stuff.
But
And I'm
he
like,
looks good either way. You have to admit that. He looked good either way, short or long hair. You
yeah.
can't say that for all guys when they do that too.
No, not everybody can pull the short or long off, but Shaun White can.
Yes.
Um, yeah, so I really enjoy watching the snowboarding. That's one of
Hmm.
the things where I'm like, when's it coming on? I gotta watch it. What's something else that you like about the Winter Olympics?
Hmm. I feel like really when it comes to any of the Olympics for me, I'm not really I always am very focused in on like a very short window of them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing, like besides ice skating, I'm trying to really think what I've enjoyed. Snowboarding, um Lindsey Vaughn, she's another one that does one of the skiing. I don't know if she's in it anymore.
Uh-huh.
But
I
when
know that
Lindsey
name, yeah.
Vaughn would be in it, I feel like she was doing the ones where you talk about where they would go down and hit the we were talking about or hitting the ones. I
Yeah.
liked that because some of those like it's so interesting to see like the time. Like
Mm-hmm.
the moguls, I never really cared about those, but the other ones with the skiing is pretty cool because you would think everyone would almost have the same amount of time going down that hill.
Yeah.
But really, it's like these fractions of a second, them zooming down, and maybe it's based, of course, there's all the off their weight, how the aerodynamics is of their helmets or whatever they're wearing. So I want to say it's one of those skiing events. I don't know which one it's called, but
Yeah.
that was interesting.
They also have like the cross country ski, I believe, in there.
I feel like,
That one's more long drawn out.
and it's boring.
Yeah, it is.
It's cool to see where they go, like when they go through like the pine trees and that type of stuff. It's very scenic.
Yeah.
Um, but
It
it's
just gets
not very
boring.
dramatic. So it's
No,
not
it
as
gets
fun to
boring
watch.
after a while. It's like watching golf, like to me. Like I'm like,
Well, that's when they do that stupid thing where I know they were doing it yesterday. I saw in a report where it's like they have those big, huge disc things and they scoot them.
oh,
They're gray. They look like these gray rubber things.
yeah. Are you talking about the other sport? Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but I was thinking yesterday, I'm
I
like,
know what you're talking about. It's
of all sports you create, that I'm like, that just like to me, that just seems random, but
oh my God, what the heck is it called? I
they're
know
those
what you're
big fat, they look like big, like rubber tire things, like
yeah, and I
on a,
know what you're talking about, and I'm blanking on
I
what
think
it
it's
is.
weird. It's a weird sport.
Yeah,
Um, the bobsledding gets kind of scary. The way how fast they shoot around.
I know.
I watched
That
them the
I'd be
one year, but I know the one year
terrified.
someone got hurt and passed
And the
away,
way,
and it
like the
freaked me
front
out, so I stopped
person,
watching it.
the way the front person is so like ducked down in the thing, I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, how do you even see to direct this thing? Like,
They're not. I feel like they're not
no, they
directing it.
just like go. I'm like,
It's
that's
basically like
horrifying.
Chevy Chase in Christmas Vacation when he greased his sled up and then he ends up through was it the Walmart parking lot or couple. He just goes phew, down all the things. That's
Right.
what they do
And
in
it's
those
like the back
bobsleds.
person just pops up occasionally and is like looking to see where they are on the thing. And I'm like, that is terrifying. And then I'm like, how are you people like your back? Like not from training all that, like being
I
bent
feel like
over
with
like
all these sports, they're always in pain.
that. I know. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, that's what the one girl said. She took it. I don't know if it's the girl who hit her eye and it's swollen now, but
Uh-huh.
someone they were interviewing, they took time off to do where they went to college for a little bit. And
Mhm.
they're like, what is this? My body doesn't ache or hurt me. Like, what is this? Like,
Right,
they
because they're
never,
not
like,
training like 24/7.
yeah. So,
Oh,
yeah.
and then the ice skaters' feet are always like messed up, especially if they're breaking in new skates. Like their toes
Hmm.
are all like messed up. It's like
Well, it's
how,
like the movie Ice, like the movie Ice Princess,
yeah,
where
when they try to sabotage her,
and they
they
say you
give her new
can't put on
skates.
new boots. So it makes you like even though these ice skates are brand new that they're probably wearing out there, they had to break them in before they came there, unless
Oh
that was
yeah.
far-fetched for that Disney movie, but I always enjoyed that growing up then.
I like that one too, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. Besides like those things, there's not much that I like. I just tune in here and there. Like today I was watching a bit of the women's hockey.
Mm-hmm.
The US was against Finland.
Was that the
And
women's hockey team that was playing today?
yeah. I mean it was a good game. It was really good. And
Hmm.
I enjoy hockey, so the dog
Hmm.
is barking. But yeah, so there's just certain things that I watch
Hmm.
of the Olympics.
Hmm. I
I'm
was
not
bringing
like
up to you before that, like it's not much of a discussion, but it's always fun like when the gym teachers, like for the younger kids, will try to incorporate like what's going on in the world, and they'll be like, "Oh, well, the Olympics are going on, so let's do a bunch of like team events." And they
yeah,
might try to copy it in their own way. It might be a hula hoop instead of like something else.
or those little like scooters
Scooters.
that you like had to hold the thing and those were death traps for fingers because the
Oh
handles were
yeah.
so close to the wheels that you would run over your fingers.
I feel like even just underneath the plastic itself was sharp. I feel like I hurt myself just like putting my hand underneath and just scraping against just the plastic part
There was
underneath.
times that I didn't even hold on to those because I was like you would hurt your fingers too many times.
Yeah.
um
The other thing is the opening ceremony. I know
yeah.
it was live over here at 6:30 this morning, and
Mhm.
they're replaying it at 8, and right now it's 9:30 at night. But of course it takes them forever to get through all the countries.
Oh, I
Um,
know.
I do like seeing the outfits because it's always fun to make fun of some of the
I
stuff.
know the US is always in their Ralph Lauren
Hmm.
polo
I
stuff.
will say though, like last year at the Summer Olympics,
Hmm.
I thought their outfits were just ridiculous. Like they look dumb. If what
Yeah.
Shaun White was showing off on Instagram, any of the stuff that he would be wearing in the opening ceremony, I'll have to look. I thought it wasn't too bad. So I feel like they did better with these jackets and stuff rather than when they do all these weird ass like
I think you have more
striped
to work
shirts and
with.
stuff that doesn't even look like the United States would even wear them. I don't
No.
know.
I think you have more to work with in the winter because of like the different layers than in the
Mm-hmm.
summer.
Yeah. And
So,
it's always a hit or miss what the countries decide to do for their show. I
yeah.
feel like when we were little, I had a better attention span at watching some of the ceremonies, like they were cooler.
Hmm.
I feel like in the last several years, I've just not paid attention to them. So I don't know. I'll watch the
Yeah.
ceremony even online just to see. Usually, it's like a cultural story of
Hmm.
something with their heritage. They'll of course do all the fireworks and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So we'll see what
The
they do this time.
the
Yeah.
last one reminded me of the like Hunger Games, like how they introduced the different districts.
Wasn't there a bunch of guys all shirtless, oiled up?
Yeah, that was the summer. And it looked like his outfit looked like Finnick Odair's from the Hunger Games. It was like the same kind of necklace, same kind of like thing that they had for him to
But
come
I don't.
out in. And I was
They were
like,
oiled and greased so much. They looked like they were rubber plastic Ken dolls. Even
what
worse.
is this? So
Yeah.
yeah, like sometimes it gives you this kind of weird
Entertaining.
like Hunger Games
Entertaining.
vibe going
Oh
on
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
And you're just like, what is going on? But they're interesting. The
Mhm.
opening ceremonies are
Mhm.
interesting nonetheless.
Mhm.
And it takes forever for them to run in with the flame and go.
Yeah. Or
But
what throws you off what they did last summer for the Olympics? They went in the order of the alphabet based on the country they were in with their alphabet, so it was not in the English alphabetical order. So we were all thrown off with like it was all out of order. So we're like, what is going on?
I know it was very weird.
So I don't know what they did this year because we're talking when it's on right now, but
Yeah, I didn't catch it. Obviously, it's
mm,
we'll have to go back and see what it is. Um,
yes.
but I think that's about it for
Hmm.
um what we enjoy about the Winter
Yep.
Olympics and the
Good
Olympics in
snippet,
general.
a good discussion.
Just a little short. pop culture reference, something that's relevant that's going on right
Mm-hmm.
now to talk about. And what better way to come back for our first video?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. And do we want to say what this possibly might be as well?
Yeah, we're gonna try doing a podcast with this too.
Yeah. So
So what we're yeah, we can talk about it.
so we'll link that information with all of our rest of our stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll still be doing stuff here on our channel, but we'll also have secondary. It'll be the same conversations, just audio. So if
Mm-hmm.
you want to see us while we're talking, you can
Go
watch
to
us
YouTube.
here. And if you just want to listen to us while you're driving to work or whatever, you can listen to us over on our podcast that will be new.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
a lot of new things happening.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll, like we said, we'll link that in the description so that you'll know what platforms to go listen to that
Mm-hmm.
on.
Okay, so that does it for this video or episode for today. And thank you for joining us in the Chatverse.
Bye.